Up next, the last frontier, Alaska.
You're watching Fun for All TV, spotlighting the fun in Carnival's worldwide ports of call.
It's known as the salmon capital of the world, has the largest collection of standing totem poles, and it's Alaska's first city. But that's just scratching the surface here in Ketchikan. The city of Ketchikan, Alaska is located 90 miles north of British Columbia and approximately 300 miles south of Juneau. Its moist climate and rustic fishing village charm gives it a unique atmosphere. And while spending a day in town soaking up the sights is never a bad idea, today, we're going to get out on the water and experience Ketchikan from a different point of view. Established in 1978, Misty Fjords National Monument is a wilderness area 40 miles east of Ketchikan that covers over 2 million acres of Tongass National Forest. We're doing the Misty Fjords Cruise and Fly today with Captain Keith. We're here on the boat headed out. Captain, tell me where we're going.
Well, we're headed down Revilla Channel right now. We're just about 10 minutes away from the technical boundary of the Misty Fjord National Monument.
You're not going to let me drive this boat, are you?
Nah, probably not.
All right. I'll be navigator. I'll keep an eye out. The rugged landscape has been sculpted by glaciers over millions of years and is often called the Yosemite of the North.
I personally enjoy how diversified the landscape is. Right now it's a picturesque, typical Tongass National Forest scenery here with the different spruce trees, hemlocks. We turn the corner, we make it up another 10 miles up the canal, and all of a sudden you've got marble cliffs along Rudyard Island. Further on you have New Eddystone, which is a volcanic plug.
We'd never seen anything like New Eddystone rock, and Katie, our tour guide, agreed to tell us more.
And this, indeed, is not just a rock, it's actually a volcanic plug. So scientists say it's about 6 million years old, and it used to be a volcano, but the whole cinder cone has eroded away. And this was the core of the volcano and the hardest rock that has lasted. Finished the cruise through the Misty Fjords, and now we're getting ready to fly back over the top of them. I can't wait to see this. And as we fly back to town over New Eddystone Rock and Misty Fjords, we get to soak up the scenery one last time. Thanks for that. That was great flying. Right over the treetops like that, the way you came down low and round. Beautiful. It's a perfect day in Alaska. I'm here at Ketchikan Outdoors. We're going to get out in the open water and see if we can find some wildlife. Hale, I heard you're going to let me ride the Zodiac.
Chris, yes we are. Everybody gets a chance to drive, so we'll get out in the water and see what we can find.
Is this thing fast?
Oh yeah, it'll get up and move.
All right, let's do it.
So yeah, these little guys, these are harbor seals right here.
Yeah, look at them all up there, taking it easy on the rock, sunbathing. Well, you got one of the starfish.
Yep, this is called a sunflower starfish. and they can have up to 24 legs to them.
Look at that. Wow. Look at that thing.
And they can get up to about 3 feet in diameter, so that's a fairly small one.
Oh, there's a bunch of them around here.
Yeah, let's see.
There's a big one right there. It's kind of deep. Beautiful.
Getting out on the water in Ketchikan was great, but it was about to get even better.
I'd love to see an orca, man. That would be incredible.
They're amazing.
Or a humpback, either way.
We heard there might be a pod of orcas out here and had a feeling we were about to get lucky.
Oh,
Yeah. A perfect view there.
look at that, all 3 of them.
Hale recognized this as a local resident pod of females and their young, so we tried to keep our distance. But it was truly an unforgettable sight. Alaska's Inside Passage is truly one of the world's most majestic locations, and visiting this Alaskan wilderness is a once-in-a-lifetime experience. It's the kind of trip that changes people, for the better, forever.
That's right, guys, the Aleutian Ballad. You might recognize her from a little show called The Deadliest Catch, and guess who gets to take a tour? Let's go.
It's true. This is one of the actual boats from The Deadliest Catch, now retired from the crab fishing business and giving one of the most highly rated tours in Ketchikan.
I'm in the wheelhouse of the Aleutian Ballad with the owner of the ship, Captain David.
Thanks, Chris.
Thanks for having me aboard.
Welcome on board.
Thank you. So tell me, where are we going? What are we going to do here?
We're gonna haul king crab pot. We're gonna haul a snow crab pot. We baited up hooks to catch fish. We've got prawn pots, Dungeness crab pots, octopus pots. We'll do as much as we can today to show you what's here in Alaska, okay? As far as the wildlife below the sea and above.
Sounds
That's
great.
where
I
we're
get to do a
going.
little bit of everything.
Yeah.
The captain then sent me down to meet the guys on deck. But before I even get to put on my fishing gear, let's just say they made me earn it.
You're gonna stand here for hours on end doing nothing but putting bait on these hooks.
Just like that, a little bit of, yeah, see I got it in my thumb already. First hook in my thumb. I don't know if you guys can see this, but right here they've got seats, warmers. We're doing all the work, but people can watch it. They can watch it in the comfort of the heated seats while these guys are out in the cold doing the work, showing you what it's really like.
You don't want to throw right between those 2 buoys when we get up there.
We actually had a 9-year-old girl that was able to do this, so we'll be very disappointed if you can't pull it off.
Great. They're setting me up here.
Oh, man! Nice recovery.
Beautiful.
There you go. Oh!
Fish, baby. Quillback rockfish.
Go ahead, kiss the first one when she comes aboard.
All right, getting geared up for the real deal. Say goodbye to the hiking shoes. Say hello to the crab shoes.
Chris, I see that you have a full head of hair, but for gentlemen such as myself, they're slightly follically challenged. I'll tell you, these are a great option. If you watch for just a moment, it'll actually take shape around my head. And it comes with a gentle massage, good for almost any occasion.
Alaskan king crab, man.
Yeehaw!
I'm in heaven. We did everything today. Pulled crab pots, set lines, pulled in long lines, had octopus in the tank, eagles diving on our bait, prawn. I think I'm eating these for dinner, I don't know. The Bering Sea Crab Fisherman's Tour, a day you will never forget out of Ketchikan, Alaska, the best. Imagine a capital city with the perfect mix of culture, history, wildlife, recreation. Sometimes the hardest part is just figuring out what to do. Welcome to Juneau, Alaska.
Located approximately 300 miles north of Ketchikan, one of the truly unique aspects of Alaska's capital city is that it's the only U.S. capital completely inaccessible by road. And whether it's hiking around Mount Roberts or taking a trip out to Mendenhall Glacier, strolling around town, or just soaking in the sights, spend any amount of time in Juneau, and you'll soon realize that this is a one-of-a-kind location with a lot to see and do.
Ken, have you ever flown one of these before?
Yeah, I've been flying them for 40 years.
And what is this aircraft? What are we flying today?
We're flying a de Havilland Otter. It's a 10-passenger airplane, has a new turbine engine in it, 1,000 horsepower. An incredible airplane for what we do with it.
Nice, perfect. We're going to take it up to Taku Lodge.
We're going to take it to Taku Lodge. You'll be blown away by the experience.
Can't wait, can't wait. Let's go to Taku and see what it's all about.
One of the best and most common ways to see Alaska is by float plane. And as we fly out to Taku Lodge in our de Havilland Otter, we pass over 5 glaciers and quickly realize how large and rugged this spectacular wilderness really is.
Now that's what I call a flight. That was beautiful. Happy to be here with Mike, who runs the Taku Lodge. Thanks, Mike.
Absolutely.
His father's Ken, the pilot that just flew us in here. Tell me a little bit about the history of Taku.
Yeah, absolutely. The lodge here was originally built in 1923 with local timber right here on the yard. It was one of Alaska's very first hunting and fishing lodges. Folks would come in from Juneau and do their excursions out of the lodge. What we're most famous for is in the 50s, the lodge was a sled dog training camp, and Mary Joyce mushed her dog team all the way from the lodge here, 1,000 miles to Fairbanks, Alaska.
Wow.
Throughout the years, we've done different overnight tours, but nowadays we just do day trips for King Salmon Feast here at the lodge.
Tell me, what's a perfect day at the Taku Lodge? What should we do if we come here for a day?
It's just any day is perfect here, no matter the weather. There's just always an experience to be had at Taku Lodge. It's completely secluded. It's off of the map. You're not going to find any roads here. There's no traffic. You're in the absolute wilderness of Alaska. We've got fresh, wild Taku River king salmon. We see bears, 5 glaciers that you fly over on the seaplane. It's just any day is perfect here, no matter the weather. There's just always an experience to be had at Taku Lodge here.
That's gorgeous. Thank you.
Hey,
I hear the airplanes. I think we got to get on that plane. Ken's going to fly us back to Juneau.
Great, thank you so much.
So word on the street is no visit to Juneau is complete without a visit to the most award-winning craft brewery in all of the United States, the Alaskan Brewing Company. Let's check this out. You must be Damien.
Yeah, you must be Chris. Good to meet you, bud.
You too, thanks. I heard we're getting a VIP tour here today.
We are. We're going to take a walk through the brewery, show you some stuff here at Alaskan Brewing, but before we do anything, we're going to have a sample of beer first. That's just how we roll here.
Sounds good to me.
Pour you an amber. This is the beer that started it all. This is our flagship, based off an old Gold Rush era recipe from up here in Juneau. Quite delicious. It's what pays the bills for us. Well, Chris, this is where it all started. This is our original 10-barrel brew house.
All right, you guys started pretty big.
Actually, no, these are pretty small compared to what we're using these days. You're going to see a really big brew house here in a little bit.
We quickly realized that Damien was going to give us the opportunity to get hands-on with the actual beer-making process. Getting to smell fresh hops up close really gives you an understanding of the flavor profiles of beer. They have an incredible aroma and help to give beer its character.
All right, Chris, so I'll give you the opportunity to actually add these hops into this brewer of amber. Right. This is a first edition. Go ahead and dump them on in.
Open the door, just dump it all in.
Dump it all in there, buddy. Those are the beautiful
I'm a beer
pearls.
maker.
Yep, there you go.
Oh, you weren't kidding. These are huge.
Yeah, these are our primary bottling tanks. After we're done with fermentation, it goes into these, and after this, it goes to bottling.
How much beer is inside one of these?
Around 35,000 gallons in each one of these tanks. It's a lot of beer. We'll empty one in about a day's worth of packaging if we're really humping.
That's incredible. That is a lot of beer behind me right here.
A lot of beer.
Good beer.
Good beer.
You know, I've actually never toured a brewery before. This is pretty interesting.
Oh yeah, we do a lot of interesting things here. This is our primary filtration. What happens here is a lot different from some large breweries. Craft breweries don't pasteurize their beer. There's about 400 flavor compounds. Pasteurization kills around 200 of those flavors in beer.
That's what keeps it special. You got more flavor compounds in the beer.
Exactly. We go through a lot of work to make it taste how we want it. We're not going to kill it by heating it up.
Love that.
Yeah, good stuff. Now from here, we're going to send it over to packaging. This is bottling. This is where we put all the beer in the bottle, put the cap on it, send it out to the warehouse, ship it out.
This is like a fantasy land.
This is a pretty fun part of the plant. We're running at around 300 bottles a minute. doing around 250,000 bottles a day if we can just run.
That's making me thirsty.
I hear you, man. You want to go have some beer?
I think we should do it.
All right, let's do it, buddy.
Try this stuff out.
Yeah.
Damien, that was an incredible tour.
No problem at all, man. That was pretty special for you guys. You're VIPs for us, so we gave you a pretty in-depth tour. Typically, we offer a really nice presentation with some free samples, a little tour of the brewery in here. So next time I see you, I hope you bring a whole lot of people with you.
You can't beat that.
Yeah, cheers.
The native Tlingit originally referred to this town as Skagwa, which literally translates as where the north wind blows. Today, it's known as Skagway. And while that north wind is still extreme in the wintertime during the summer, this place transforms into one of the most picturesque towns in all of Alaska.
Known as the gateway to the Yukon, Skagway is one of those towns that really takes you back in time. Built out of the Klondike Gold Rush of 1898, the town has managed to keep its historic charm intact. So much so, people often feel like they've stepped into an Old West movie set, making it one of the most perfect Alaskan backdrops no matter what you choose to do.
We've been invited aboard the White Pass and Yukon route. We're going to make our way up to Fraser, Canada. It may be a boyhood thing, but who doesn't love trains? Welcome aboard. The White Pass and Yukon route travels up over 3,000 feet in just 20 miles from Skagway to the summit. And you know what that means, guys. Incredible views of Alaska.
Once we arrived at the Canadian border, our conductor took a few minutes and allowed us a closer look at this historic train.
Well, rain or shine, you've got to walk the line and check the air brakes, huh?
Absolutely. Do it before every trip. In town, we have regular car inspectors check every single car, make sure everything was right on them. And then once we get up the hill, we check to make sure we have continuity in the brakes all the way to the last car.
These are great old cars. These date from when?
Well, the earliest car built here for the railroad was built in 1883. And the oldest one I've got in this train set is built in 1918. That's
1918.
that cupola car right there, the combination car.
John, thank you so much. I
You're
appreciate
welcome.
the tour.
My pleasure. All right.
This is great. I love these old trains.
They're always fun, even when it rains.
Our brakeman on this journey, Stephen Caulfield, affectionately known as Leprechaun or Lep for short, is a colorful character who's been with the railroad for decades.
So you work on these trains every day during the summer with all the tourists. What's your favorite part about it?
I think my favorite part is talking to the tourists, tell them the stories, and a lot of the people really like it because we have all our old cars are looking old, and some of them tell me it's like their highlight of their tour. They really enjoy the trip.
Well, I tell you what, you're blessed to do this job and get to look at this scenery every single day, love.
I do, and some people say, well, you get so lucky to look at it every day, and I said it changes every day.
Never gets old, does it?
That's it.
Thank you so much for sharing this train with us. I
Thank
appreciate
you.
it. The White Pass to Yukon route from Skagway up to the top in Fraser, Canada. Thank you, Lev.
Aaron Reddington of Alaska Excursions picked us up to head out for a little zip lining and dog sledding. How's that for an Alaskan combination?
All right, Chris, so are you ready to go ziplining Alaskan style?
I sure am. What does that entail?
Well, you're about to find out. All right, Chris, so here we are. We'll get you all geared up and out on the zip line. Yeah, kind of chicken wing here. Sit in the back.
Thank you for looking after my safety, Aaron. I
Of
appreciate
course.
that.
Helmet, and then you'll be good to go.
Trees, here I come. Let's do it.
All right, well, good thing you're feeling good. Welcome to the start of the Grizzly Falls zip line here. This is the line that we call the running man. Once you're clipped in, you're just gonna take off running in that direction.
I see it. People are just going off the edge of the cliff there.
Right
Run,
off.
send yourself off.
Exactly,
Okay.
right off the edge of the cliff.
Let's do it.
Wow, Chris, that was an awesome flip. You're pretty good at this.
All right, Aaron, what's next?
Well, this one here is the longest line we have on the course.
This thing's incredible. How long is it?
It's about 750 feet long.
All right, guys, I'm ready to surf the Alaskan Pipeline. Aaron, this was a tremendous Alaskan experience.
Well, it's not over yet. You made it through the trees. We're off to dog mushing.
All right, see how I do behind the dogs.
Come on up. Good job. Good job. So Chris, you can see this is just like a giant hamster wheel for the puppies. It
Yeah.
helps them learn to run, stretch out their stride, really get moving. This isn't something we can make them do. He learned to do that all on his own. We just put him in here, they start experimenting. Once they get a hang of it, you can see he picks up quite a bit of speed there and off he goes. These pups they're all about 4 months old, and this is what we call our puppy playground. They're kind of our teenagers. They're too young to stay with their mom, but they're not quite old enough to go join the big guys in the dog lot yet. And so this is where they get to hang out, relax, and just look real darn cute.
In the summertime when they aren't racing, you can actually ride along with them as they train their teams for the winter season.
Okay, Chris, so here we are for our wheeled summertime sled ride. As you can see, we have no snow here during the summertime months, so we use this modified sled on wheels.
This is great. They don't look like a typical husky to me.
That's what a lot of people say, and they are what we call Alaskan Huskies. When it started out as a breed, it was a mutt mixture of whatever was pulling the sleds to make the variety that you see here today.
Beautiful. So whoever's strong and fast gets to be on the team. They look like they're ready to go.
Yeah, go ahead,
Let's hit
hop
it.
on, and we'll head out.
Aaron, how do you tell them to turn left or right or go straight? What are the commands?
The leaders of the team are very, very smart. They know the commands G for right and Haw for left. Good.
G and Haw.
G and Haw.
I better not say it, right? I'll get them off course.
Well, Chris, we are glad you could make it out here to join us today. Here at Alaska Excursions, we like to end our day with the quintessential Alaskan view.
Aaron, this has been an incredible Alaskan day that will live with me forever. Thank you so much.
Well, it was our pleasure.
So there you have it, Alaska's Inside Passage at a glance. Just consider that a little sneak peek at all there is to see and do in Alaska.